Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's that time where we're going to dive into our bowl of questions here and see what today's question is going to be. Hope you guys will join. It's been fun reading your comments and seeing what you would say about this. The advantage is you get time to think about it. I don't. I have to just answer it on the fly. Anyways, today's question is, what's something you know you do differently than most people? What is something you know that you do differently than most people? Well, I wrote down some things yesterday right here on my little cheat sheet. By the way, I take tons of notes, and I'm a doodler. So I was actually just thinking randomly yesterday, when I find myself in my strength zone, which is a concept that we preach as far as, success doesn't have to live outside your comfort zone like most people preach, and there's that famous quote. I take the alternative. I think that's to an extent BS, and maybe it's semantics, maybe it's not, but I believe success lives by expanding your strength zone, and that's a whole course and thing that we teach on. Anyways, where I'm going with this is, what's something you know you do differently than most people? I don't know if it's differently, so I'm going to change the direction of this a little bit, but the things that I know I do exceptionally well, toot toot, and it's when I find myself operating in my strength zone, most fulfilled, happiest. You get the picture. And here's a few things that I wrote down. Presenting. I think I have a very good skill set presenting. And I was catching myself thinking, I need to be presenting more. I need to be in front of one-to-one, small groups, or large groups of people in presenting, because I think I'm pretty good at enrolling people into an idea, enrolling people into a mission or a cause, like a community. And so presenting. Second one I wrote down is chunking things down, essentially taking concepts and ideas that are complex and chunking them down into making it simple. Bite-sized pieces. That's one of my coaching gifts, I believe, and have had a lot of people I've worked with make comments specific to that, of taking something big and kind of foggy and distilling it down to the here and the now with an executable plan, and it's got to pass the napkin test. If I can't doodle it on a napkin, it's too complicated. A couple other things I wrote down: relationships and persuasion. I think I do that really well, not, slimy manipulation or anything, but again, I think it's just natural passion and enthusiasm. I think I'm good at articulating things that, again, capture the interest or enroll people into that cause, as I mentioned earlier, through genuine relationships, authenticity, and just frankly, on fire about it. I'm a passionate, enthusiastic person, and those who I'm meant to run with generally can latch onto that, and we can do some pretty incredible things together. Lastly is the last thing I wrote down was community building. This was a phrase or a term that my mentor Nick said to me about a year ago, and I never saw it that way. He's like, you're a great community builder. You're one of the best community builders that I know. And I'm like, what? Well, what is a community builder? And so I got to unpack that, and that is something I do believe I'm good in, and something I especially enjoy. So those are some things, I guess, to answer this question of what I do differently than most people. I don't know about it different, but all I know is I get fulfillment from them, and I think I'm talented, skill set at those things, and it fills my bucket for sure. As far as doing things different, I don't know. I'm a massive proponent of the Blue Ocean Strategy book, so I think my level of strategic thinking and ability to see trends and patterns and what opportunity is the opposite direction. So while everybody's swimming this way and competing and fighting against each other in the red ocean, I'm over here looking at the big blue ocean saying, well, here's the opportunity. That's where I'm going. Y'all can figure it out and, compare who's better or worse than the next. And I'll just be over here having fun helping people. So I think I have that ability to see opportunity when others don't, and observe patterns and trends, and generally be ahead of what most other people see. Lastly, it's fascinating because yesterday I was in the process of recording Success Through Others, which is a major course that we're going to be adding to our partners here soon, which is all about finding, hiring, and attracting talent. And there was a portion when I was explaining how to review behavioral assessments with candidates, right? And so it had me pull up mine. I had an old DISC behavioral assessment, a Strengths Finder assessment. I've got one sitting up here, which is the KPA, one specific to Keller Williams. And all these different assessments say the same thing, but it makes you realize that you are unique, you are different, you have a different set of skill sets, and it's not that one or the other is necessarily different, but it's the combination of all of them that makes you unique and different, or your approach or plus one kind of flair and style that you add to it is what makes you unique and different. And so I just always appreciate those things, man. It's fun to read and learn about yourself. The more awareness and self-mastery, I think, is really, really important. So anyways, enough blabbing. Hopefully this answers the question. I'd love to hear what you have to say. What is something that you know you do differently than most people, or you can kind of take it the direction that I took it? Love to hear from you.